What to do, people? I'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of Knowdatsports Thursday Night Football Edition, man. I got two of my homeboys with me today, man. Came and stopped by. One of them, my guy Kendall, with CEO of East West Football Podcast. And my other guy, Walter Sringer, man. My other guy, represents CEO of Detroit Lions Avenue. Y'all know I fuck with folks who fuck with me. What's up, people? How y'all doing?
It's good, man. You know I'm a regular around here.
Yeah, you got that.
You
got a big.
I can kick my feet up now, man. I can not use a coaster now.
Yeah, you don't start paying rent. You got a bed.
I can stop using coasters now, man.
Hey, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. Know that, my guy. We go back and Walt doing some great stuff at Detroit Lions Avenue, whatnot, man. Know that. I check out your podcast weekly, and I'm ready to talk some ball, man. Let's get it.
Hey, man, you know your team got there come up in the mood, man. Thursday night football. Pat Nation in the building, so you know I had to come get you. I got to come fight with Pat Nation.
Yes, sir.
It off. Thursday night football, man. The Buffalo Bills against the New England Patriots.
Boy, wait, stress out. Stress.
I know this your team, so you tell me how y'all gonna win the game, because I know you got them to win the game. So you tell me how y'all gonna win the game.
Stressed out is an understatement. I'm losing sleep on this game right here, man. I can't. It needs to hurry up and get here. I'm gonna make it quick, man. We built our defense this year for Buffalo to compete with the Bills, and I mean, you look at our season this year. We made some big strides on defense. The last time we seen Buffalo, it wasn't a pretty outing. It was ugly. It was a disaster. It was just it was bad.
They beat us twice last year. Won that game in Buffalo.
The last game was in Buffalo. The second, we played 3 times. The second game was in New England. That was actually a close game. A couple of turnovers, we could have won. I think we could have won that game.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah. But we're not that same team though. We've lost a few people. I think we got faster. We got young on defense. We got more athletic. Jabril Peppers, Matt Wilson, Jelani Tavai, we just signed him to a new deal. Them a 2-year extension. Anthony Jennings, Joshua, they playing some good ball. Judon, I mean, we don't have Christian Barmore this game, but we haven't had him most of this whole season being banged up. I think we're a different team. I think we're an angry team. We want revenge out from that last game. And I understand it still comes down to X and O's and having the talent. I think Buffalo's the better team. It's not even close. Buffalo got more talent. They're better. They're deeper. And I mean, at the most important position at quarterback, they're better than us. I mean, nobody's going to sit here and say Matt Jones is better than Josh Allen or nothing like that. But I do feel like we're getting Buffalo at the right time. They haven't been Buffalo lighting the world. They haven't been doing it. They haven't lighting the world. They haven't lighted the scoreboard up since week 1 or whatnot, when everybody picked them as the foregone Super Bowl winners this year. They haven't been that team. So I think we're getting them at the right time. I do think we can pull it. It's crazy seeing the Patriots, it'd be an upset. Who would thought we'd be saying it'd be an upset the Patriots beat the Bills? It's crazy how the times have changed. I do think we're gonna pull it. I think we're gonna pull it off. My gut feeling is we're gonna win it. I'm nervous about it, but my gut feeling is we're gonna pull it off somewhere around 23-26 or 23-27. I'm gonna say that. I know I picked a different score on the East West podcast we just did, but I'm gonna go 23-27. Had we not looked the way we looked against Minnesota last week, I wouldn't even came on this show and picked this guy. I thought it'd have been a rout, been bad. But we showed some signs against Minnesota. I didn't think we was going to show any signs of that game. I thought Minnesota was going to blow us off, and they didn't. But we showed some good signs. I like how we looked. The offense, we didn't. We got to get the rest on offense figured out. That should have been a touchdown by Hunter Henry. They got it. They hurt us right there. But my defense couldn't play. Keep Allen in the pocket. Don't let him do Josh Allen things. We got a chance. I think we can pull it out. And one thing I know about Josh Allen, like I just said, hang in there. He's going to throw you one. You just got to catch it. He's going to throw you a pick or two. You just got to catch it. He's been known to do it. He gets carried away with his arm or whatnot.
This year, he's been doing it in the red zone right here.
In terms of X and O's, I wouldn't double Stephon Diggs because they got so many guys that can hurt you. So you can't just put all that attention on Diggs. They're deep. They got Davis. They got McKenzie. They got Knox. Devin Singletary, he's underrated. He's under the radar play. He's been having a pretty decent year. He runs hard. He hurt us last year in the second game. We got to get the Allen control rush from no letting got that pocket. And my final score will be 27-20. Mac Jones, just don't turn the ball up. That's it. He ain't turned the ball over in 3 games. We're playing good. 23-27. Patriots.
Walt, what you think? Walt, what you think? What the hell, Walt?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Had to unmute myself. Yeah. I think it's gonna be a major game for Buffalo, considering the fact that they got 4 of their last 6 games, I believe, are divisional games, and then they got a huge game week 17 at Cincinnati. So it's not gonna be easy for these dudes down the stretch. Josh Allen got to put his big boy pants on. That defense got to put theirs on, and they got to figure out a consistent running game outside of him because they're gonna eventually get him hurt. They got to slow down with the guys. Yeah, they got to eventually slow down with the guys as well. But yeah, I think it's huge, and I just want to I don't want to get to that yet, but just to stay stuck on this game right here, I want to see if the New England Patriots have who they really think they have at quarterback. You know, at some point in time, this is the guy you got to compete against.
Every year.
That guy in Miami, if he keeps up his trajectory going upward, he's a guy you're going to have to compete against every year. Don't so much look at the Jets right now. But you know, when you focus on...
Yeah, you're right. But the Jet defense, you're going to be looking at them for a couple of years.
Oh, yeah. It's a classic old school Jets defense, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, I mean, but if you don't have the guy at quarterback, it don't matter, man. You know, I think I think New England, they learned some things about Mac Jones this season more than they knew last season, which is hopeful. With any rookie quarterback transitioning from that first season to his second season. But you know, the injuries, the lack of being able to stay healthy consistently, the inconsistent on-field play. Is it him? Is it the fact that he has a bunch of guys that are kind of like B- to C- wide receivers?
Not the one, a bunch of 2, not no ones.
But yeah, I'm not gonna give him a break on that because we seen the great ones make it happen. Not just now, and I'm not even talking about Tom Brady.
You know what the key word is on what you just said, right? One word.
Well, I'm not even talking about Brady, but like the young
I ain't even
ones.
talking about him.
The young ones, yeah.
I'm gonna say the word great. That word great. I'm saying that's a big word. So
yeah. Well, I mean, if we put them in the same, if we could, well, okay, so him, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, not so much Trey Lance because Trey Lance is hurt. We thought last season that he, at some point in time, he was performing better than the rest of those guys, and he was. He was playing efficient football. He wasn't turning the ball over, and New England was winning. So when you're steering that type of boat as a rookie, people are going to give you more credit, I think, that you actually deserve. When I think it was really more so that team last year than it was Mac Jones.
You also, not to cut you off, Walt, but you also have to look at, I mean, in terms of its regression this year, look at what's around him. The skill position. You got a defensive coordinator calling offensive plays. The offensive line that's being
insane. That's it right there. You called it all the way out. You just called it all the way out. That's why
that there brings me to your head coach.
Hold on, I'm gonna give you an example of somebody. I'm gonna give you a vet that did like that, a veteran that did like that, the same way that they did Matt Jones, and he fell off. Matt Ryan won the MVP. The next year they took Kyle Shanahan away from Matt Ryan, couldn't throw it nowhere. The outfit looked like terrible, looked like nothing. Same way with Matt Jones. When you took McDaniels away, and the name McDaniels, ain't that with the Raiders? When he left, now somebody else walking and holding the hand. They don't know what the hell he got going on either. That's what you get.
Now I don't think Patricia has been terrible. I mean, he's had some, like, look at that Baltimore game. We could have won that game against Baltimore. A couple turnovers down straight, but we were pushing the ball. He called a pretty good offensive game. Look at the game against Minnesota. Could have won that game. There's a couple more other games I don't think Patricia has been awful. I mean, a lot of people thought he was going to be a mess this year with him calling, but I think he's been okay. We've missed out on a few opportunities or whatnot, penalties and stuff like that. That nature that goes out that has nothing to do with him. But I think just look at. I'm gonna hold off on the Mac. Is he the guy? Is he not? I'm gonna hold off on until next year because I mean he got hurt. He was out for 2 or 3 games this year. offense line it's basically the offense line is rebuilt. The skill position players. I mean, Taquan Thornton was hurt. He missed the first few games. Parker, we know what Parker is. Myers, Bourne been in the doghouse. We got 2 tight ends that we're paying. I don't know how much, and we're not using them like that. So it's been the offense has been out of sync. It hasn't been no continuity there. So I'm gonna hold off on that. I mean, put Mac Jones in Miami with those weapons that they got too. Put them in Philly with what they got. Look how those teams are built around those quarterbacks. And if you don't have that guy at quarterback, you better have a good ass team around them, some good weapons around them, and we don't have that. We get like Knowdat said, we got a bunch of B-, B+ players. We don't have that. We just don't. Put Tua in New England, that New England offense. Let's see how he looks. Put Patrick Mahomes in there. Let's see how he looks with what we got at wide receiver or around him. I mean, they're okay. They're good. They're not great.
I don't know about Patrick Mahomes. Now, you drop Patrick Mahomes anywhere, Patrick Mahomes might shake it. I'm telling you. The offensive line to Patrick Mahomes gonna shake it. You just need the offensive line.
Our skill position is not terrible, but it ain't great. It's good. It's good enough to win. I mean, it's good.
Patrick Mahomes turn them niggas into the butt naked. Patrick Mahomes turn them niggas into the butt naked. I'm talking about them same niggas you talking about. Patrick Mahomes make them folk, make everybody start talking about it. Henry, all them folk. Turn them folks into the truth.
Is Patrick Mahomes gonna make Nelson Aguilar catch a wide open pass?
I don't know. He definitely gonna put that motherfucker on the money though. We know that much. He gonna put that motherfucker on the money.
Okay. Okay.
Why? Who you like in that game?
I'm gonna take Buffalo.
Man, man, I ain't gonna tell you no lie, man. I want to take New England so bad in this game because I know New England need this game bad. They try to make the play out. They try not to let the Jets pull off on them, and the Jets trying to pull off on them. The Jets got a big game this week though. They play Minnesota. That's a big game for the Jets.
The points ain't there.
Yeah. But when it comes to the New England Buffalo, I don't think New England got enough pistols. Like you said, with the skill player, Matt Jones, I don't believe he's gonna be able to keep up with Josh Allen. I don't think Josh Allen gonna pull off like he's been pulling off. So like the last time you say y'all played him, I don't see Josh Allen doing that. I think the defense gonna come to the party and try to slow him down, but I don't think they got enough pistols to hang with Buffalo. But I think they're gonna be
let's not overlook the Von Miller injury is crucial for Buffalo because we saw what Detroit did. We saw what Detroit did to them on last Thursday. That the Browns was beating them a little bit. I'm telling you,
the kid at Paris.
Yes, and if you give Matt Jones times, he can eat you. He struggles when pressure comes to him. He's had time these past couple.
He trouble getting zone coverage too.
No, where he has trouble against more. He has more trouble against man coverage than zone.
I know you're right about the Von Miller part though. You're right about that. They need Von Miller. That Von Miller part gonna be a big deal. That's why I think the game will be closer than what they trying to make it seem.
That starting left tackle, Deion Dawkins, he's out too.
Yeah, for the Buffalo Bills, he out.
Yes.
I want Kate, what y'all gonna do with the 4.5? They give y'all 4.5. They appreciate you, or y'all need a little bit more.
I think Buffalo covered that.
You say Buffalo covered that walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say Buffalo covered that?
People ain't noticing, man. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs on a whole nother level right now with each other.
They is.
Both of them dudes are some dogs.
They so in sync, it's crazy.
They've
been what, 3 years with each other now?
3 years.
Yeah, they knock the car. They can look at each other and know what the P doing. So they're simple man. They can look at each other and know what the P doing.
And Josh Allen just right there with Mahomes. Well, Mahomes actually won and been there twice, but talent-wise, you're never out of it when Josh Allen is on the field.
Yeah, you're right. You damn sure right about
that. I'm gonna say it again. Just hang in tight. He gonna throw you one. You just gotta catch it. That's all I'm gonna say. He gonna throw you a couple of games. You just have to catch it.
Do y'all?
And last year, you, though.
Yeah. Hey, last year, if you go back and watch the second game, he threw us a couple. We dropped. The first game he threw us. We dropped. Like he's going. We say he lead the league in picks. I think this year. I think he lead the league in picks. He got 11 and 12. He got like 11, I believe.
Only do.
But he's going to throw you one. You just got to catch it because he gets gunslinger. He gets too happy. He gets carried away with his arm. Think he can fit that ball in anywhere. And he's gonna throw you a couple. You just gotta catch him.
Let me see if I get this right. Wow, you said they covered them 4.5?
Yeah.
Kendall, you said appreciation for them 4.5 because you got the Patriots to win the game. So you said appreciation for 4.5.
Yeah.
When it boiled down to it, we on the same page with this Kendall. I think they're gonna be a real close game. I would take the 4.5 with the New England Patriots. The reason why, because they're in New England. I remember, like you just said, how they played Detroit without Von Miller. They couldn't get Detroit lost by 3 points against them, I think, some shit like that. They lost by 3 points. Mm-hmm. This is a division game in New England. I can see Bill Belichick coming out running the goddamn football 45 times, not putting the ball in Matt Jones, making Matt Jones have to really beat you, and we're running the ball out there.
Slow the game down.
Keep Josh Allen out the field.
Buffalo been stopping the run a lot lately, though.
They have.
Yeah, they have. But
that boy Ed Oliver, he playing on another level too right now.
Who? Philip?
Ed Oliver.
They got Shaq Lawson. I think they got Shaq Lawson still. They got Shaq Lawson.
They got a lot of folks that's on the injury list this week that ain't practice. And I heard there was some kind of illness going through the team.
But they gonna play though. They gonna play. I don't know how healthy they be. They gonna play.
I feel them out of playing. But I see them on the road in New England. I don't think they cover the 4.5. So I say appreciate you for the 4.5. I take the Buffalo Bills straight up money line, but I don't think I take the Patriots with the 4.5 though. 43.5 it over and under. What y'all think gonna be up the scope or that too many points?
Under.
Ooh. I like it.
You said over or under 43.5?
I say under. I can see Buffalo pulling off on them like 26-10 or something like that. I can see
it. They pull out.
Yeah.
I think over, man. I'm gonna go over.
Wow, you say up the scope. Wow, you say up the scope. Kendall, you say up the scope.
Yep.
43.5. See that. I'm gonna say up the scope too. I really want to say under, but
Yeah, I'm under.
You say under?
Yeah.
I want for Buffalo. I'm gonna say
slightly over.
I'm gonna say up the scope. Reason why I'm saying up the scope, I'm gonna say both these teams can score 20 points. I'm gonna say both these teams score 20 points. Both teams can put up 20 points. Some kind of way, New England got that get a special team score.
And it's a divisional game. The divisional game, both teams know each other. So like I said, you go back and look at the second game of that second game last year. Closed game for the most part. I think Bills beat us by like 10 points or 13, like beat us by 2 possessions or whatnot. That second game in New England. I think I'm gonna go slightly over.
Up the score from Kendall, under from Walt, and I'm gonna say up the score myself on this game. Now, while the screen, don't you know somebody playoff picture they're going on this through week 12?
Right here.
The playoff picture. They did the playoff picture through week 12.
Yeah. It's up right here. You see it?
Yeah, we got Kansas City at the 1 seed, right, in the AFC.
Yeah. Y'all can see it?
Yeah, I can see it very well.
All right, cool. Yep. We got Kansas City. Y'all want to go through the AFC first, then NFC?
Yeah, we go through the AFC first.
All right, so if the playoffs started today, Kansas City would be the top seed. They will have that first round bye. Miami would be the number 2 seed. And oddly enough, they would play the New York Jets as the 7th seed. Interesting as hell. But we're going to keep going through this. So, all right. Tennessee will be the 3rd seed. So, they lead in the AFC South. They would play the Cincinnati Bengals again as the 6th seed. That right there is interesting because Cincinnati's a team that has Tennessee's number. Then, you look at Baltimore.
That's becoming a rival.
Yeah, a possible 4-5 matchup I know that Kendall talked about a lot would be Baltimore and Buffalo.
I would love that matchup right there.
Yeah.
Baltimore win.
And we look at the
I want to see Baltimore and Buffalo.
first two teams on the bubble is New England and LA Chargers. So, yep.
I believe they're the only two teams they got a chance to really get in. They got the other two teams. I don't think they got a chance to get in. You said the Chargers and New England.
Yeah.
So the boy,
I still think if the Patriots lose tomorrow, not tomorrow, but Thursday night, they get to 6-6. I know they got the Dolphins again. They got the Bills. That last game, Buffalo probably won't need that game. Week 8, week 17 or whatnot. They probably won't need that. We got the Bengals, we got the Dolphins, we got the Cardinals, and we got the Raiders. I think if New England loses Thursday, I don't think it's over for them. I think if they can get to probably 8 or 9, they still can get that 7th spot because the Jets got a brutal schedule going down the stretch. They got
I heard they got the more easy schedule going down the stretch.
They got Buffalo, Miami, Minnesota. That's 3 right there. And then they got I think they got 2. I don't know who the next 2 are, but they got
It's 2 more guys after that.
Yeah, I don't know who those 2 is, but I know they got Buffalo.
I think it's Jacksonville. They Jacksonville one of them. I don't know. I think Jacksonville. I don't know.
Okay, they got a tough schedule. I think if New England can get to at least 9, I think they got a chance.
I say they got.
Chargers still got to play the Broncos again. They got Raiders too. They got a okay schedule too. But I think it comes down to New England and the Chargers. Bengals got a tough schedule too. They got Buffalo. They got Tampa. Picks Baltimore again.
Man,
so out of the 7 seed that locked right there, that's in right now, I believe the 7th seed is the only one that's up for really grabs. I think everybody else really locked in. I ain't gonna say Buffalo will be the 5th seed or the Ravens will be the 4th seed, but I think from 6 on up, Bengals, Bills, Ravens, Dolphins, Bills, Kansas City. I think all them they'll be getting in. The 7th seed is the question: who can New England catch the Jets? Do y'all think the Jets gonna hold down that 7th seed? That's what I'm asking.
I don't think so. New England beat them twice. Jets got, like I said, they got a schedule. The Jets lose 2 games. I think Patriots get that spot, but the Patriots got to do their job. They got to win. But I think the Patriots, if they get in, like I just said, they lose this Thursday to Buffalo. You go to Arizona, you go to the Raiders. Those 2 possible wins now. They get you to 8 right there. And then if you win probably 1 out of your next 3 between Cincy, Miami, Buffalo won't need that last game more than likely. You get to 10, you probably get to 9. I think 9 will be good enough. If they tie with the Jets, they'll get it.
Can the Chargers catch the Jets? Walt, can the Chargers catch the Jets?
It's
possible.
First of all, I'm gonna say that it's messed up that we even got to say that. When you look at that Charger team and that roster,
it's true,
and what they have at their disposal, it's crazy, man. But yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so because I think the Chargers have been so inconsistent all season on the game-to-game basis. We know what to expect from the Jets because the Jets know exactly what they are.
Yeah.
But we want to run the football as much as possible, but if we can't, now we have a quarterback on the center who can actually distribute the football the way we need our quarterback to be able to do. All we need you to do is get the ball to the playmakers. That's it. Let Garrett Wilson and Davis and all those boys handle everything from there. And the defense is going to hold up their end of the bargain. So I think the Jets are solid in what they are. And, I don't think the Chargers are going to catch them.
I'll be real. I don't know which one of them teams probably would catch them. But I know after Sunday. Week 13, after week 12 and 10, because they play the Minnesota Vikings. If they don't beat the Minnesota Vikings, I think the Chargers can catch them. New England can catch it too. But I believe the Chargers can catch them more quicker than New England can. Because I think New England probably could get on a 2-game losing streak. They just lost to Minnesota. Possibly they finna lose to Buffalo. They're 2 games. The Jets just got a cheap win against Chicago. So they put one. That's why they're in the 7th spot now, because they just lost to Minnesota, and they beat Chicago. That's one why they're in the 7th spot now. So they'll still be 1 up on them. I think the Chargers can probably catch them. So I say Sunday will let me know if the Jets lock. If the Jets beat Minnesota, I believe they're gonna make the playoff.
Well,
I believe they're gonna make the playoff because I don't see them losing 2 straight then, and they got to lose 2 straight to get out the playoff.
So what about Cincinnati? I'm looking at Cincinnati right now. Cincinnati's ceiling is probably number 2. They can catch Miami because they already beat Miami. See that's why I say that's what makes this game this Sunday so huge for Cincinnati and Kansas City, because if Cincinnati mess around and pop Kansas City, now you're looking at a situation where Cincinnati hold all the cards. Not so much against Kansas City unless Kansas City have another slip up. But if Kansas City lose to Cincinnati, I don't see them losing the rest of the season. I don't. At least not the rest of the regular season.
That's why I said
that'll probably be their final hiccup
I mean,
before the playoffs.
Like 6 on up, they locked in all the 16. I think they ain't locked in their spots, but they locked. I think they got a playoff spot. They got a spot. Just what they'll be playing at and who they play is up the grab.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry, what's that?
No, I'm saying because if you look at the Bengals, okay, so they beat they ain't played Buffalo. They got to play Buffalo week 17. They got the Ravens. They already beat Tennessee and they beat Miami. So I don't know. They beat Kansas City.
They'll be good. They gonna make the playoffs. Where they gonna land at. I ain't worried about Cincinnati now, maybe. It's just the only team that I feel like on the bubble they on the borderline of either they gonna make it, either they not. That's in the NFC though.
Yeah. You want to go to the NFC now?
In the NFC, we got Philadelphia at number 1.
Yep.
Vikings at number 2. Chargers. 49ers at 3. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 4. My daddy Cowboys at 5. New York Giants at 6. Washington Commanders at 7. Right this moment, we got 4 teams in the NFC East in the playoff. If there ain't no law, how much what you want to call it?
You know what that means? The NFC South is really that bad, man.
I'm talking about hot garbage. The real one, not the play. I'm talking about hot garbage, not the real one, not the play.
My thing that stands out to me is that loss that Washington just suffered to Seattle. Seattle just suffered to the Raiders. Kind of hurt Seattle. It might cost them because I did not think Washington would be at 7 spot. I think they're on a 3-game winning streak right now. They're playing some real good ball. Taylor Heinicke has not turned the ball over. Defense getting after the quarterback. They playing some stingy defense over there. They getting healthy. Chase Young is coming. Chase Young is back. I think Washington, they got the Giants. They got the Giants. Then they got a bye. Then they got the Giants again. They got the Cowboys again. I think their game's in Washington. And then they don't got the Eagles no more. They got a couple more games. Everybody got like 4 or 5 more games left. But I think Washington, if they can win probably 3 out of their final 4 or 5, I think they can get in there. Because Seattle got to play the Rams twice. I know that's not the same Rams team, but still, it's still divisional foes. They got to play the 49ers.
The Rams hung that shit up. They go on the Cabo. They ready.
I think that last spot comes down to Seattle or Washington. My gut right now, I'm gonna go with Washington just off how they look. I never was a tremendous believer in Seattle. I wasn't a big believer in them. But if I had to go right now, I would go with Washington though. I think the NFC East.
Got Seattle and Atlanta Falcons. I think the only 2 teams that got a chance to get in. I don't think.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
No disrespect, Walt. I don't think Detroit have a chance to get in. The reason why the Falcons got a chance to get in because they can win the division. That's the only reason why.
Walt probably don't want Detroit to get in. He probably want that draft pick.
I mean, I could care less, man, if we got in and the Rams ended up giving us the number 2 overall pick. It really wouldn't matter. Wouldn't matter at all, man. But I'm gonna go with Seattle, man.
Get the stealth spot?
Yeah, I think they can, man. First of all, the thing is this, man. You know how that weather get in Seattle during this time of year going through January. Seattle runs the ball very, very well, man. And Kenneth Walker has a lot of touchdowns. He has 9 touchdowns since week 5, I believe. Yeah. Which is supposed to be first in the league. And they can still put the ball in the air. Geno Smith is still a veteran quarterback. We ain't got to go through everything that Seattle has going in their favor, man. You know, I don't trust Taylor Heinicke. And if we comparing Heinicke and Geno Smith, yeah. I'm going to roll with Geno Smith. Like, I've seen Geno perform at a really high level. I've seen Heinicke run around and make a few nice plays here and there, not turn the ball over, not put the team in harm's way. I haven't seen him have to really go out there and be the top guy. And the thing is, we see this every single year. As a quarterback, you can be mediocre, the average, serviceable. That's good enough to get you through 17 weeks, 18 weeks. Come playoff time, that's where the big dogs come out. And what has been our complete knock on the Giants?
Hi,
They
Daniel Jones.
they don't have one.
Hi, Daniel Jones. They been my knock on him.
It's
Hi,
gonna come a
Daniel.
point in time when your quarterback is gonna have to win you a game.
And
Have
Daniel
to.
Jones can't do that.
Okay. Look at the Rams. The Rams didn't feel Jared Goff could do it. They went out and got them a guy they felt could do it, and he did it.
That's true.
I mean, that's what it comes down to. The 49ers went to the Super Bowl with Jimmy Garoppolo and turned around and gave away a bunch of draft picks to go draft the guy because they felt he was dynamic enough to get them over the top.
I think they're wrong with that too.
Yeah. So
That's another subject on another day though.
yeah, I don't think, if you asking me, do I think Heineke can get them somewhere in the playoffs? I don't.
I'm saying,
Now Minnesota, that matchup with Minnesota is different though.
no, I'm saying
That's possibly a winnable matchup.
that's true. I'm saying, but can he get them there though?
I think he can. I mean, he got them there. What was it, a couple years ago? When they played Tampa.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't get them there. He was just.
He played good. He was starting quarterback. I'm saying, you know how that goes.
He was starting quarterback for that game.
He was starting quarterback.
Yeah, but he played pretty good against Tampa. So I mean, we'll see. I think that Vikings defense not nothing around home about. It's not that good. We just saw what Mac Jones just did. Mac Jones, for crying out loud, just did that. And Mac Jones hasn't been that good this year. Look, he looked real good against the Vikings. So that defense isn't really good. I think that's
the Vikings play the Jets. Washington play the Giants.
Man.
No, I'm saying that the Vikings defense isn't that good. Is what I was saying.
It ain't. It's decent. It's decent.
What about this 4-5 matchup here though?
But hold on, you know how I said in the AFC, it was 16. I believe these 16 are already locked in. It's just one spot that need to be seen about. In the NFC, I feel a little different. I think it's just 5 on the NFC, and the last 2, the 6 and the 7, is a really toss-up. And what I mean by that is Washington, I believe Washington's gonna move up. And what I mean by move up here, if they beat the Giants Sunday, the Giants won't make the playoff. Matter of fact, whoever win that game Sunday, whoever lose that game Sunday will not make the playoff. So whoever win that game, I believe they're gonna move up. If the Giants win, they're gonna probably stay the 6th seed. I'm saying if Washington win, I believe Washington go up to the 7th seed. Go up to the 6th seed. And Seattle move up to what y'all talking about. I don't think both of them teams gonna get in, so I say Seattle can make the playoff, but I still think the Washington Commanders can make the playoff. I like the Washington to be locked in. I think the Giants just trying to hide Daniel Jones eventually will catch up with you, and they'll hold them back from going to the playoff. So I say Washington can make it in, and Seattle can get back in the mix. So I think the 2 New York teams in trouble. And this Sunday gonna tell a whole lot about what they got going on. Now I feel like the playoff picture for right now. Now I'm not saying that the Dallas Cowboys stay at 5, Tampa Bay stay at 4, but I believe all 5 of them locked in to make the playoff. If nothing dramatic happens.
Well, let me ask you about that matchup, man, because
which one?
That for that 4-5 matchup right there.
I want them so bad I don't know what to do. That's the matchup I want. That's all that I love. This all that I love, bro. I don't want number 3 matchups. I want that matchup. I want the number 3 team that's on top of Tampa Bay. You can slide up a little bit. The number 3 team on top of Tampa Bay, I'm looking for them. That team right there, I'm looking for them. And you can slide up a little bit more. I'm looking for them folk right there. I'm gonna get them folk that crumble though. Them folk right there, I'm gonna get them folk crumble.
Y'all want the 49ers though?
For them.
Y'all want the 49ers?
Yes.
I think the best match. I think the best matchup for the Cowboys out of the top teams, I think, is we just seen it a few weeks ago against Minnesota. I think they match up good with the Vikings. That's the best matchup.
I think we match up good against Tampa Bay.
Hold on a minute. I don't. The team that I think that Dallas does not want to see, And I mean, they only want to sit. They can't even sit at the table. You
49.
don't want to see You don't want to see San Francisco.
Hey,
They
look,
match up too good with you.
hey, look, don't get me wrong now. They're the only team that scare me. I ain't popping it. So in the NFC, they're the only team
I
that
think y'all can. I think
but,
y'all can beat
hold on,
Philly.
but the only reason why made me want to look for them. Because I believe if we pay them again, we're going to remember what they did us last year, and we're going to come and try to match the intentions they came with. Because they came and hit us in the mouth. And I believe we're going to try to hit their back in the mouth.
I wouldn't want to see Tom Brady in Tampa because if
Well,
they can get healthy.
I want to eat him bad. I want to eat him bad.
If they can get healthy, and you know how Tom is in the playoffs, and that's all it takes is one game.
Boy, we'll eat them folks alive.
You already know how it is in the playoffs. And that game will be in Tampa, right? Yeah, that game will be in Tampa.
I don't give a damn. We played Cleveland High School. Boy, live, boy.
I think Tampa wins that, man.
The only team I say is the 49ers, and I'm looking for them too. But the 49ers, that's it. Krummer, we're going to see what the P doing with the Eagles. Tampa Bay, boy, I want that bad here. Boy, that 4-5, that's the one I want. I hope it go down just like that. I want that one. 4-5, I want that one. That's the one I want. Because the next go around and be probably the Philadelphia Eagles. If it stay like that, then they go around and be Philadelphia Eagles. Then
it's probably going to stay like that, too. It's probably going to stay like that.
I hope it do.
It's probably going to stay like it. It's probably going to stay like it is.
I hope it do. I ain't got a problem with that.
Unless the Giants just go on a horrible losing streak.
The New York teams are the only teams I feel a little shaky in the playoffs in the NFC and the AFC. And this Sunday we'll tell them about what's going on with their pitching.
Yeah, I think the only way somebody outside of...
Do you think the Falcons got any way in the hell can get in?
The only way I think somebody, either Seattle, I think Seattle got a legit shot of actually making it. But so outside of Seattle, you're looking at teams like Atlanta, Detroit, and Green Bay. The only way I can see something happening with one of those teams actually going on a run and making it is if the Giants just completely tumble. I'm talking about like 5-game losing streak, 6-game losing streak, something like that. I can't say
that about the Atlanta Falcons. The reason why I can't say that about the Atlanta Falcons, because when we should think about it, the Falcons fuck around and play Pittsburgh this week. Falcons beat Pittsburgh. New Orleans beat goddamn Tampa Bay. Hey man, all them folk got about the same record, man. The Falcons beat goddamn 6-7. Tampa Bay beat goddamn 5-7. And New Orleans will be 5-8. It'll be a whole different ball game going on. With the Falcons got to play Tampa Bay one more time.
So, that game, I might be at that game. That Tampa and Atlanta game. I might go down there for that one right there because it might come down.
I fuck with Canal.
That's a bet. Yeah, it might come down to that game. It might come down to that game.
That's what I'm trying to say. Atlanta still got a. Atlanta got a chance because they can win the division. Atlanta can fuck around and got there. The Cowboys, we fuck around playing Atlanta first round. And you know that is shaking it somewhere. We finna eat them folks A-live. I'm talking about who will eat them A-live. So you already know that. So and the Atlanta Falcons still got a strong chance. They got a strong chance. Not even being no wild, they can get there winning the division. They can host a playoff game.
Lions got a chance if that's the case then.
I think if y'all lose the who y'all play?
Jacksonville.
Y'all play Jacksonville this week. Yeah, y'all get Jacksonville 1.5 point too. If y'all lose to Jacksonville and Minnesota beat the Jets, Minnesota wrap the division up.
Yeah, or we beat Jacksonville and the Vikings lose to the Jets.
Yeah,
which makes that Week 14 matchup because Minnesota come here for Week 14.
Yeah, that make a big old difference. Man, we got one more thing to knock out the way, man, before we let these folk go. And it's the NFL power ranking through Week 12.
Yeah, man, this is funny. Well, not all of it, but that number 10 is funny, man.
I feel that way.
I think the only problem I got with this is I got two problems. Well, I got one. I think the Dolphins should be ahead of the Bills. Dolphins did beat the Bills, and that was a healthy bit. Well, Josh Allen play. I know they had some players out on defense, but hey, we all banged up during the season or whatnot. It doesn't really matter. I think the Dolphins, they're not getting enough credit. Dolphins are legit. They're the real deal. Dolphins should be the 3 team. I like Kansas City at 1. I like Philly at 2. Dolphins should be 3. Buffalo 4. I like Dallas at 5. Minnesota 6. Baltimore. I would swap Baltimore and San Francisco. And no, Cincinnati, none of that. The Bengals should be there at 10. That's ridiculous. The Bengals should be at 10, and plus they're getting healthy at the right time. The Bengals should be 9. Tennessee should be 10.
Sound about right. Well, how you feel about it, Walt?
Ah, boy. I don't know, but man, I understand Tennessee wins their division every year pretty much, and they reach. You look up out the sky, and then one day they 7-3, or they 8-1, or whatever it may be at times. But do we really genuinely feel like they're one of these better teams? I mean, we know what they are. They're tough. They play serious defense, and they're led by Derrick Henry. Like, that's what they've been for the past 3 years. But when it comes to them having to compete against the big dogs in the AFC, you got to be able to put the ball in the air, and they can't.
And I don't think they can do it because at the skill position player, I mean, yeah, you got Henry. Who's your
Or the
tight
quarterback.
end?
Yeah.
Who's your
They
wide
got
receiver
issues.
outside of Traylon Burks, and he's a rookie. He's shown splashes at time, but
Yeah.
he's not a Diggs. He's not an Adams. He's not a D Hop. He's not that guy. They brought in Robert Woods. He's more possession shit. I think they need, if they had a legitimate outside threat with some speed and that could be that guy on the outside. That way you got Tannehill, you got Derrick Henry. I think they'll be okay. But I think the defense is legit. But I just don't. I think when it comes up to playing the Cincinnati's, the Buffaloes, and the Kansas teams that's going to be able to score, no matter how good your defense is, I think they're going to have. I think they match up good with Baltimore. They match up good with the Patriots, the Jets, Dolphins. I mean, I think they match up good with the Dolphins too. But I think some of these other teams that can score, well, no, they don't match up good with Dolphins. Dolphins score as well. But I think some of the lower teams in the AFC, I think Tennessee can beat up on like teams like the Patriots, Baltimore. These slow teams that move the ball slowly down the field don't really get that much explosion on the field. But teams like Kansas City, Buffalo, Cincinnati, Miami, they can score quick. Tennessee, they'll have problems sticking with them.
Yeah, I think the difference between being 3 and 4 is Josh Allen and Tua. And I think that's pretty much. Even though the Dolphins did beat Buffalo, I still get the feeling that Buffalo's better than Miami. I just do. Even if Miami wins the division, I still feel that Buffalo's better. Defensively, overall, they're better when they're
If
healthy.
Miami beats Buffalo in a couple of weeks, you still think Buffalo better than Miami?
I pretty much do. They may have just beaten them in the
No
regular
way.
season.
Come on, Walt.
Listen. If you, that's what the difference is between 3 and 4. People have been wondering all season why Miami been performing the way they've been performing, but people still keep Buffalo ahead of them. They got the equalizer. Josh Allen is pretty much the reason why people keep Buffalo ahead of Miami consistently.
What did he do when they played week?
It's not
when
like
they
they
played
just
week
beat
3?
You said what? I didn't hear you.
What did he do when they played week 3?
Who, Tua?
Josh Allen.
He had 2 bad throws that blow the guy. He threw one pass.
I think Miami's better. They're more healthier than Buffalo. I just think they're better,
man. It's
man.
just the thing about Miami, though, man. We done seen Tom go there and have horrible games. There's something about guys going there. Those situations happen. Now, what scares me about Buffalo, and I'll say this, them being winless in their division.
That's a problem.
That's what really scares me, and the fact that 4 of your last 6 games are divisional games.
So the fact that Josh Allen leading the league in interceptions as well.
Yeah, so it's not all wrapped up for Buffalo either. Buffalo could hit a little tailspin if they don't realize that they got to beat some of these teams that recognize them very well.
They just lost to Zach Wilson a few weeks ago, and that's a good Jets defense. And they got to play the Jets again. So we having an argument: are they better than the Dolphins? Are Are they better than the Jets? Hey, some people up in New York might be saying that.
You know what I think it is with Buffalo too. They played like the defense was really good last season too, but Josh Allen was phenomenal. Now this season, Josh Allen isn't phenomenal. The defense has had a bunch of issues health wise, but they're still like one of the elite teams in the AFC. That's why I think Buffalo is just Miami's here now. We just seeing Tua
You
do
put
this.
Miami in front of Buffalo. That's what you saying?
No, I still think Buffalo's better than Miami. I do.
I
No,
believe,
sir,
I
man.
believe
Miami
Buffalo.
better than Buffalo.
I believe the only way Buffalo better than Miami right now.
But
When it's
what makes
home.
them better?
If Buffalo get
Defensively they're
Miami
not
down
better.
in Miami, if Buffalo get Miami down in Buffalo, what you talking about? You can stand on. I believe that too. But on neutral ground in Miami, I don't think Buffalo can beat. They ain't fast enough. Buffalo got too much speed.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Got too
yeah.
much
And
speed.
Tyreek Hill has been a Buffalo Bill killer the past couple of years.
He got too much speed.
I'm just saying, like, if overall we've
But if it's
seen,
cold outside though, they got him fucked up.
yeah, I mean we've seen
Especially without
Buffalo.
Von. Right now, without Von Miller, they definitely ain't better than without Von Miller. Not right now. Hell no.
We're gonna
Hell
see.
no. They ain't got nobody that's gonna touch to
I'm gonna just say this, man. We're gonna see. Given the fact that Miami, like I said, Miami just walking into this. This is Tua's best season in the league. He's just walking into this. He hasn't experienced any of this. We've seen Buffalo there before. Like I said, the fact that Buffalo has had all the issues they've had this season, and they still where they're at right now. Dude, how do you lose both of your safeties
Hey, look,
and your starting corners?
listen to what you just said. They exactly where they at right now. They can mess around and lose one game. The New England Patriots fuck around and beat them Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Or they ain't got that fuck around and be way down at the bottom of the wild card.
Oh, yeah.
Try to get out of so they ain't really where they want to be. They supposed to be like that. They supposed to be really like locked in. Like they like Philadelphia. They supposed to be on Philadelphia status, really. And how they were talking about it, how they were picked.
I mean, they have played a tougher schedule. Also,
I mean, even if they
Philly.
lose Thursday night, if they lose Thursday night, they'd be 8-4. So they'd still be what, the second place? No, they'd be third in the division because the Jets beat them.
And they'd be 0-3 in the division. Now they'd be 0-4 in the division.
0-3 in the division. Jets, Miami, 0-3, but they still hold the second spot because the Jets don't play till they play. If the Jets lose to the Vikings Sunday, Buffalo's still number 2. There'll still be 2 in the division.
Buffalo, I say Buffalo want. I don't think Buffalo want to go to Kansas City. I think Buffalo want to have Kansas City bring their ass up there to their house.
Yeah,
I'm sure they would prefer it, but they know they can win there though.
Yeah, they can. They can.
Not in the playoffs, so they ain't seen it happen there.
I know they got to play Miami. They got to play Miami again.
So Buffalo don't want to be 0-3. Buffalo don't want to be because right now New England's 2-1 division. Miami is what?
Miami 83. Miami 83 just like Buffalo 83.
Yeah. So Patriots.
Miami got a big game coming up again. Got them the 49ers.
Huge game.
Yeah. Wow, who you gonna take out the list though? Wow? Who you take out the list? The top 10 list.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Once I was looking at the Miami Dolphins. I was looking at the Miami Dolphins schedule. Yeah, I'm definitely taking the Giants off, man. I don't think the Giants belong in there.
Who you put in their place?
It would have to be Cincinnati because I do believe Cincinnati belongs in the top 10. I think Cincinnati's better than Tennessee too. So I would probably put Cincinnati. Yeah, I'm for damn sure Cincinnati's better than Tennessee overall. For damn sure. I would take Tennessee off. I think Tennessee. It's hard to disrespect them that hard because they are what 8-4. I think they're 8-4 right now.
But they think they're 8-3. Look at the teams that Tennessee has lost to. High scoring teams in the top 10 of the AFC. Cincinnati.
Yeah, I mean it's almost like you feel like you're disrespecting them, but I just don't think that they're better than Cincinnati.
They don't have enough.
They 64. They 7-4.
Yeah, I just don't think they're better than Cincinnati. So I would more than likely I would have Cincinnati in there.
Tennessee 7-4.
Yeah,
but I know they lost to Cincinnati, Buffalo, and Kansas City. Who the other lost to?
the Giants.
Oh yeah, they did lose to them. Yeah.
Week 1. But dude,
So,
like
so
Baltimore
you really
shaky too.
you just take the Giants off and put Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I would
Anybody else you
prefer.
feel that?
Yeah, I would put Cincinnati in at 9 and then slide Tennessee down to 10.
We the same way about that. I would have Cincinnati at 9 and Tennessee at 10. I take that back. I would have Cincinnati at 7 and Baltimore at 9. Tennessee at 10. Tennessee at 10.
That's fair.
I would have the 49ers at the 4 spot. Had the Miami Dolphins at the 3 spot. The Buffalo Bills had them at the 6 spot. Minnesota Vikings moved them down to the 8 spot. So that's how I probably had it. We'll put the same 2 teams up. We'll put the same team out, the Giants, and put Cincinnati in their place. But I think like they got the 49ers ranked at number 8. I think the 49ers is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL. Because when they come out the bus, they know what they want to do. When they get off the bus, they know what they want to do. They've been doing that shit together for a long time, and you're not gonna out-coach them. You're gonna goddamn out-beat them. They quarterback gonna do something stupid. How you gonna beat them when it boils down to it? So I think the 49ers should be one of the top 5 teams in the power ranking. They play Miami this week. Miami is in the top 5. They got Miami in the top 5. This week will tell you a whole lot about the Miami Dolphins against the 49ers. I promise you that. This week right here is going to tell you a whole lot about the Miami Dolphins and the 49ers. I think Jimmy G got to try to keep up with Tua, but I think the 49ers defense can slow goddamn Miami down. I truly think that. So when I say Jimmy G got to keep up with Tua, Jimmy G got to score more than 13 points, like what he did against the Warriors. He can't do that. He got to put up at least 24. So right there, he got to find Debo, he got to find killers. So for right now, I put the 49ers and the Miami Dolphins right by each other. Dolphins at 3, 49ers at 4. For right now, but that shit will change week 13 if the 49ers can get there and beat them. But we all on the same page. I don't think the Giants are one of the top 10 teams in the league right now.
So, especially for Kendall, because I know Baltimore is like really your team, man. What do you make of them? And like all these blown leads in the fourth quarter, and they had one, I know, at halftime against one team too. Like
they can't finish the game, man. You thought with the addition they made on defense, bringing Pierre-Paul, bringing in Roquan Smith would help that, but they can't finish the game. They cannot finish. They can't play full course of football. It shouldn't come down to your kicker kicking a 60 to 70-yard game-winning field goal with seconds. It shouldn't come down to that. He almost made it, like I said, or whatnot, but still, it shouldn't come down to that.
Never should.
Yeah, it never should. I mean, but I just think they cannot finish games. I mean, they could really be undefeated right now, or at least probably have 1 or 2 losses if they just probably made a couple different, made a couple other plays during the game, like 2 or 3 extra plays during each game that they lost. They could be undefeated, or probably just with 1 or 2 losses. Now they're sitting there with 4 losses, 4 losses. So, I mean, they just can't finish games. But I do think Baltimore's a team that a lot of teams in the AFC, they do not want to see. I don't think Kansas City will want to see them. I don't think Buffalo want to see them.
Man, I'm going to say this. This ain't the same Baltimore Ravens team we used to over the past 20 years. Like, defensively, they young as hell. They struggling up front. They done had some injuries to that defensive line all season. They lost their defensive coordinator to the New York Giants. And the running game gets going, but you also notice how Lamar seems to kind of taper off as the season, begins to unfold, man. And, we still got to see him come through in the playoffs as well. And seeing these second half and fourth quarter meltdowns during the regular season, it's kind of
I wish they put some daggone more talent around him. It seemed like they got 20 damn tight ends.
Well, nobody can stay healthy at wide receiver.
Yeah. When you depend on Deshaun Jackson and his 2 or 3 hamstrings, but Bateman got hurt or whatnot. But I mean, they got DeMarcus Robinson. They got a lot of guys they just got Prochet.
They got a bunch of B players out there, boy. They got a bunch of tools.
Yeah, I'll take the Patriots wide receivers over the damn Ravens receivers.
Me too.
I would. Yeah, and the Patriots got a terrible.
I don't think put their I don't think if you put the tight end with their wide receiver coach, Baltimore beat you because that boy hurt.
No,
And
I'm just talking about the wide. I'm just talking about the wide receiver core.
But then the wide receiver, by they say you right. I take the Patriots too.
Give me Devontae Parker, Myers, Bourne, and Aguilar over Prochet, Dunave, Demarcus Robinson, and Deshaun Jackson and his hurt hamstring. Give me the Patriots wide receiver.
I feel the same way about that.
And that's not saying a lot because we know the Patriots will have a top, bottom 10 skill position core. Now the Patriots got two good tight ends too that they paying, but they ain't damn using them like that. They good names though.
Both for together ain't better than that boy Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew's like that. He like that. But if I want them to put some receivers. Now Bateman, I don't know if he's a 1. He could be a high 2. I won't put him at a 1.
He a Michael Gallup. He a good Michael Gallup.
He trending. He just can't stay healthy. He keep his progression getting set back.
Yeah, I think he's been hurt since college though. So I just think Baltimore, they need to put the same way they building around him, putting a lot of people on defense, traded. They need to make those same. But the OBJ, that's a good spot for them to go to Baltimore.
Yeah,
good spot. I mean, they need another receiver.
You're right. You're right about that. That would be a nice spot.
And Baltimore is known. Baltimore known to take flyers on guys. Look, they brought in Dez Bryant. They brought in Michael Crabtree, Anquan Bolden, Steve Smith. They always go out and get these guys like this. So I mean, they've been known to do it.
He can help them out. He can help them
instantly. Hell yeah.
But what you want to say something about Baltimore?
Oh no, I just wanted to bring them up because it just kind of feels like, and I do it myself. We just a lot of times we give Baltimore teams like Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Green Bay. We give those teams the benefit of the doubt, because we're just used to seeing them.
Because they're past history.
Yeah, but all these, look at it. Look at Green Bay. Like, I thought Green Bay would be an 11-win team. I didn't think they was going to be a 13, 14-win team. I thought they would be a 10 to 11-win team. This team might not even win 7 games this year. It's crazy. And
that's real crazy.
Baltimore should probably be the number 1 seed in the AFC right now if they could close games.
When they brought it out to it, we all said the same thing about Baltimore, or I'm on the same page all year. They can't close games. I think it's too much controversy going down. Was there with the Lamar Jackson contract and all that stuff there. And when they brought it out to it, I can see the Baltimore Ravens making the playoffs, going out in the first round. You know what I'm saying? And then we start talking about Lamar Jackson contract. So that's how I really feel about what's going on with them.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
Buffalo could put it on them.
Who could beat on who?
Now, I'm saying Buffalo is one team that could put it on them.
I believe Buffalo, Kansas City could put it on them. I think goddamn Miami could put them on them. I think Baltimore, they got Lamar Jackson. He ain't happy. They just bet their best weapon and he ain't happy. So I don't think they can go where they really want to go. They run into the end of the top that I think Cincinnati put up on them. I think Cincinnati a better team than them. With Jamar Chase, I think the Cincinnati Bengals are a better team than the Baltimore Ravens. I think Buffalo, they got to get Von Miller back, though. Is a better team than the Baltimore Ravens. I don't think they can keep up. The Miami Dolphins, if they can get them in Miami, because I think they go down to Baltimore, if there was a little crazy, I think they might have a problem. Because I ain't seen Miami play in bad weather this year. So I don't know what they'll do. I don't know what they'll do if it's cold as hell out there. I don't know. So if Miami can get Baltimore in Miami, I think Miami can win that game. Kansas City, I believe they play them anywhere. I don't give a damn where they play them at. I think Kansas City can beat them. So I think Baltimore going that first round, though. I ain't lying.
But that's the thing, though. Miami don't have a chance unless they win that division. Because if they go on the road, everywhere they going to go play is cold. And
right about that. So that's why I ain't see. Like, I got to wait till they go play that Buffalo game in Buffalo. They got to go play New England in New England, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got to see them 2 games and see how they handle them 2 games. Win or lose, I got to see how they handle them games. How do they look at that? They got them, like they be scoring 34 a game or 20 a game. Let's say they go to Buffalo when it's cold and they don't put on number 17. And they lose that game 28-17. That's a problem.
I just ask people to look at it for what it is, man. The weather changes things.
Yes. That's why I say I got to see how they look out there. I got to see how they look with the wind and all that shit, that the cold. I ain't worried about the rain because it rain
having to
anyway.
wear gloves and
I want to see that when I ain't seen it all year for the Dolphins. So before I got them say, oh, they can go to Buffalo and Baltimore and get a win. Let me see them play a weather game first, and then I can say about that. I can't say that for right now. That's the only thing holding me back by Miami.
But the thing is,
beat Baltimore.
We've watched so much football over the years that we've seen teams built like Miami that have gotten to December and January and all of their superpowers get neutralized. They can't do it anymore. It's too cold outside. The grass too hard. The surface is too slick. The football is too slick. Guys can't plant and cut the way they want to plant and cut. They cold as hell, so they really don't want to be out there running that damn much. Like, it's crazy, man. We've seen the weather change things. And if you look at Tua and Tua's limitations, if this dude struggles to hit Tyreek Hill or Jaden Waddle in stride when it's 90 degrees outside, what is he going to do when he's playing at Cincinnati? And that wind in Ohio get to cutting up all through Michigan and through Ohio. And it's a Saturday afternoon in January. And it's 12 degrees outside, and it's a wind chill of -8. It's going to be problems.
One thing about it, we got to cross that bridge when we get there, though. And we'll know that when they play Buffalo the second game of the year. Because the weather should be semi-cold when they do play them. So we'll learn a lot about the Miami Dolphins. I would say about week 14.
I agree there.
I say about week 14 or 15 or something like that. So
and a couple, I agree.
I think it is for me with them. If Miami ran the ball a little harder, I think a little more.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that too. I stand with you on that part too. Hey man, we done had these folks for about an hour. Kendall, please let these folks know how to get in touch with you so we can get them up out of here.
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Y'all can catch me on the East West Football Podcast. We just did a podcast. Show should be out tonight, midnight. I'm the co-host there, and I'm starting up my Patriots podcast, Ken's Pats Talk. Go to my IG, Kendall_Whitley. You see me down at the bottom right there. Put an underscore between it. Click the link in the bio. Subscribe to it. And I'll probably be doing a show tomorrow night, man, breaking down this Pats and Bills game. But I appreciate y'all tonight. It was a great show, and looking forward to this week, man, week 12.
Wow, let these folks know what the P doing, man.
Oh, man, as usual, Detroit Lions Avenue. You can see the YouTube handle right there at the Av Lions, You can catch us tomorrow night breaking down. Actually, we're going to start talking about the NFL draft. And we're going to start discussing the linebacker position, which is one of the biggest needs on the Detroit Lions. So we're going to start going through some of the high-profile linebacker prospects coming up in this class.
Boy, I swear, Wall, you got that go deep, boy. You got there, you go deep. You go there. You break down you break down every position. Like the linebacker code, best safe down. I be like, boy, that got me. They run a circle around me.
I gotta love it, man.
I know for like, boy, I can't keep up with the folks. Too many folks. Well, hey, man, it's your boy Moore Drive, man. Y'all know I represent Knowdatsports to the fullest. I appreciate both of y'all, man, and much love and respect on this end. Y'all tune in to what these people got going on, man. These folks know sports just like everybody else. So you got to know that if you don't know nothing else. Knowdatsports, Thursday night football edition, man. Catch y'all the same bat time, same bat channel. Know that if you don't know nothing else. Shaking it.